need a halo to know where to go. Unite and fight, and it's the best for sure. If you don't believe me, watch this video. It's truth with every word, it's Old Trafford. You don't need a halo to know where to go. Unite and fight, and it's the best for sure. If you don't believe me, watch this video. It's truth with every word, it's Old Trafford. You don't need a halo to know where to go. Unite and fight, and it's the best for sure. If you don't believe me, watch this video. It's truth with every word, it's Old Trafford. You don't need a halo to know where to go. Unite and fight, and it's the best for sure. If you don't believe me, watch this video. It's truth with every word, it's Old Trafford. You don't need a halo to know where to go. Unite and fight, and it's the best for sure. If you don't believe me, watch this video. It's truth with every word, it's Old Trafford. You don't need a halo to know where to go. Unite and fight, and it's the best for sure. If you don't believe me, watch this video. It's truth with every word, it's Old Trafford.
Hello and welcome back to Old Trafford, the home of honestly biased sports content. Manchester United have just finished their match with Nottingham Forest, resulting in a result 2-2, a draw. Now, honestly, it's quite disappointing, given the fact that Nottingham Forest, funnily enough, if you looked at our fixtures when we had Brighton, Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, Tottenham, a lot of people would have said, okay, Nottingham Forest is for sure bet. Nottingham Forest is the result that can't fail, that has never failed, the banker. And yet we've drawn 2-2 to Nottingham Forest away from home. Now, this is important because it brings a few things to our attention. First and foremost, I mean, the fact that we have drawn away from home to a side that only had 5 Premier League points, I believe, when we faced them, goes to show Manchester United are still struggling away from home. Massively. We still struggle away from home. It doesn't matter if we've won 2-1 against Liverpool at Anfield. We still struggle away from home. The players just can't seem to get up for it. And it's a problem because if we obviously do want to challenge for the Champions League, we can't just be good at home. We need to be good away from home as well. And if a team that's pretty much relegation fodder or has been can get a result from us, then it's not good. Very disappointed with Diogo Dalot. I think Diogo Dalot has shown yet again why he should not be a first team starter for Manchester United. He was the first player to get subbed by Ruben Amorim. And I'm hoping Ruben Amorim actually kind of puts his neck on the line now and says, no, Diogo Dalot should not be starting for Manchester United. Take away the Portuguese links, take away the favourites, because if Diogo Dalot starts the next game for Manchester United after the performance he's put in today, then I'm sorry, but Ruben Amorim, it shows that he's got favourites, because there is no way that Mazraoui is a worse player on that left-hand side than Diogo Dalot. It's not possible. So, yeah, that's where we are now. Amorim does need to show that. But let's look at the positives. Ahmad, amazing goal. Casemiro, again, I created a video on Casemiro about a week ago, highlighting that Casemiro is one of our most underrated players, or not is our most underrated players. He is our most underrated player this season. Casemiro is our most underrated player this season. I said that he was United's hidden gem. And yeah, I think he's proven that yet again today. Casemiro turns up every single game for Manchester United. And he's picking up assists, he's picking up goals. As soon as he goes off the pitch, our play just absolutely capitulates. And had Ruben Amorim actually subbed Casemiro off today, I think we would have lost against Nottingham Forest. But yeah, he obviously didn't. And thankfully he didn't. And that's where we are right now. Again, we are going to be going through the player ratings in just a moment, but very disappointed with just the fact that Dalot continues to get selected. I mean, I honestly think if Dalot wasn't in that starting 11 and you put Mazraoui there, we win 2-1. I think Nottingham Forest were always going to score. We couldn't prevent that, but conceding 2 goals in the span of 39 seconds. Diogo Dalot has blood on his hands. That's all I can say. We will be doing a more in-depth video on Dalot and probably releasing that tomorrow. But, man, it's a missed opportunity to go second in the Premier League. So, yeah, forgive me if I seem a bit distraught, but this is where we are. So, let's go through the player ratings then. Let's move over here. Or not over there, sorry. Let's move back over here. Those are the player ratings for Brighton. Silly admin. Okay, now let's go over here. And yeah, obviously Ruben Amorim put together an unchanged starting 11. The same team that managed to beat Brighton 3-2. By the way, Dalot contributed nothing to that result. And he's done the exact same thing today. Okay, let's go through the player ratings. First off, Larmans. For the first goal with Nottingham Forest, the Gibbs White goal, I really thought that he could have done more. I think he could have done a little bit more with his positioning. I think that he was a bit further on the other side of the goal, and I think had he moved a little bit further over when he saw Gibbs White's head positioning and where the cross was coming in from, I think he could have done more. Again, though, he did make some really good stops, Larman. So I'm not going to go too hardcore into him. I definitely don't think Larman's is the reason why we lost this match. So yeah, I'm gonna give Larman's a below average today. I'd probably give him a. Let's see. I'd give Larman's a just below average. So average here is 6.5. I'm going to give Larman's a 6.3. Not anything to be concerned of, but at the same time, just not good enough. Delo caught ball watching for that second goal. Oh my god, Delo genuinely such a passenger in this team. And this is one of the reasons why when people say, oh, can we dare to dream if we get a few more wins? Can we do this? Can we do that? No. I've said every time, as long as Delo is consistently in this starting 11, the most we can hope for is like top 6 maybe. Take him out, and then maybe we can dare to dream. Maybe we can dare to get Champions League even. But as long as Diogo Dalot's in this team, don't think about it. Dalot needs to go in Jan. It's just a weak point. No value whatsoever. Amen, Nick. Amen. Let's move over to... who can we move over to now? Let's move over to Luke Shaw. I think Luke Shaw actually had a decent game. I'd probably argue that he had an above average game. In terms of stats, Luke Shaw, 91% pass accuracy, an expected assist of 0.33, so creating chances as well, 100% successful dribbles, and 80% of ground duels won, and 75% of aerial duels. So, yeah, you know what? I'm going to give Shaw a decent score. I think I'm going to give Shaw a 6.9. Can't go too overboard because obviously we did end up drawing, but yeah, I'm going to give Shaw a 6.9. Then what do we have? Let's see here. Delict. I'm probably going to go with a Mattis Delict. Again, he had a really good game. Dark horse for man of the match, maybe. 85% pass accuracy, 67% accurate long balls, 100% of ground duels won, 100% of aerial duels won. Delict, I don't think we conceded goals because of him. I'm going to give him a solid 7.3. That's what I'm going to go with. Yoro, he was hooked at the 77th minute. 88% pass accuracy, 50% accurate long balls, 100% of ground duels won though, and 67% of aerial duels won. I think he just needs to work on his composure because there were a few moments where he looked really shaky, and I was just thinking, like, is he gonna mess up here? Is he gonna like really give the ball away? But he didn't. So yeah, I'm gonna give Yoro a. I'm going to give him an average 6.5. I don't think he was terrible, but I don't think he was amazing either. Euro 6.5. Let's move on to Fernandez. Got the assist from the corner. Was involved a lot in the match. Completed the most passes, 65 in the match. Hit the woodwork. Obviously for that long range shot. 89% pass accuracy. Created 4 chances. 100% accurate crosses, 73% accurate long balls, 40% of ground duels won, and 100% of aerial duels won. I'm going to give Fernandez an 8. People might think that's very generous, but getting the assist again, I think He was everywhere on the pitch. People want to say that Fernandes is the problem, but he is genuinely the heartbeat of this team. So I'm going to give Fernandes an 8 out of 10. Casemiro. Casemiro obviously getting the goal. Like I said, dark horse this season. Most underrated player in my opinion. All because he's of his age. But I'm going to say he got a goal, 82% pass accuracy, created 3 chances himself. 100% successful dribbles, 50% accurate long balls, 50% of ground duels won, and 55% of aerial duels. Casemiro wasn't the reason why we drew today. I'm going to give Casemiro an 8.3. I'm going to give Casemiro an 8.3. Let's move on to Ahmad. Ahmad got the goal. Don't think he was too amazing before that. 82% pass accuracy though. 75% of his shots were on target. Yeah, I don't think he had a good game other than the goal, but the goal was such a good one that he will get a bit of a rating increase because of the difficulty of that goal. And he won us back a point, which didn't look like it was going to come from anywhere else. So I'm going to give Ahmad an 8. An 8 alongside Fernandes. So I'm going to give Ahmad an 8. Diogo Dalot. So 88% pass accuracy. Get this, guys. 0% successful dribbles, 0% accurate crosses, 0% long balls, 40% of ground duels won, 33% of aerial duels won. Diogo Dalot, you have earned yourself a massive, and also caught ball watching for the second goal. You have earned yourself a massive 4.5 out of 10. There you go, Dalot. Celebrate with other players all you want, their accomplishments. I mean, he was literally leeching on to Casemiro to get some sort of recognition when Casemiro headed that ball home. But Dalot, what? I mean, Nav's saying 1 in the chat. I'm going 4.5. Like, genuinely providing nothing defensively or going forward. Terrible. It's terrible. Then let's see the front three. And Mbeumo obviously didn't get a goal or an assist today, so pretty quiet game. But I did think he played well. Created 3 chances. Had an expected assist of 0.47, so he was creating decent chances as well. Accurate passes 83%. Ground duels won, only 1 out of 6. Wow, he did not have a good game in terms of his duels. 67% of aerial duels won. I'm going to give Mbeumo... a 7 out of 10. I don't think he was terrible. I don't think he was trash. I think he did contribute towards good play throughout the game. So Mbeumo, he has earned himself a 7 out of 10. Šeško, let's see what the stats say for Šeško. Honestly, I don't think he played very well today. I think he was doing well in the first half until he had 2 really good chances because balls were played into him and he miscontrolled both of them. So yeah, I'm not too thrilled with Šeško. Only 9 passes. If I'm being honest, it was a Rasmus Højlund-esque performance there. It was the wrong game for Šeško. Yeah, I think arguably you could have put like Cunha up there, Mount in the team, but Amorim thought that he was getting some momentum. He thought he found his strongest starting 11, but yeah, away from home, no cigar, mate, no cigar. Disappointed with Šeško. Probably going to give Šeško a if we're being honest, I'm gonna give Sheshko. Let me see if he did anything else other than like passes 9 out of 13, 0% of shots on target, 0% of aerial duels won, and he's like 6'5". Sorry, mate, but Sheshko, he's gotta get well below average. I mean, he's gonna get 6 out of 10 from me. I think. Just so for you new people who are new to the streams, welcome. Be sure to subscribe. We are going through the player ratings for our match against Nottingham Forest now. We do match watch-alongs for every single United game this season, so please be sure to subscribe for that if you are new. But yeah, these are my player ratings so far. If you disagree, subscribe to the channel, get in the chat, let me know which players you think I've been too harsh against or too generous for. Mbeumo and Sheshko should have been subbed. I think Mbeumo actually played a good game though. I think he actually did decent. Sheshko, he should have been subbed a lot sooner. I think Mount should have come on. But yeah, I agree with you, Nav. Should have started with Mount instead of Sheshko. Agree with you there, mate. What else do we have? Okay, so Cunha. What did Cunha do? I think Cunha did play well at the start of the match. I mean, here are some of his accolades throughout the match. Completed the most dribbles, was the most fouled player, and won the most duels in the match. So, I mean, like, Cunha didn't let us down in any way. He didn't get into any positions for any goals, which is quite disappointing, but 91% pass accuracy as well. Cunha, I'm going to be generous with Cunha because I genuinely don't think he did that much wrong in this match. I'm going to give Cunha equal with De Ligt. I think he was just as important as De Ligt in this match, and I'm going to give him 7.3. Subs, we can't really, like, we only made 2 subs the entire match because Amorim doesn't trust his bench. So, wow, that is insane. Amorim literally does not trust his bench that much that he only made 2 subs, and those subs were Dorgu, who had an XG of 0.39. Wow. So Dorgu must have got into a good position for a shot there. And yeah, Dorgu, he didn't really provide much more when he came on. A bit more proactivity, if that's a word. It was a bit more proactive when it came to defending than Delo. Looked like he was actually involved, but stats-wise didn't really provide too much. Mazraoui, 91% pass accuracy, got involved in a few duels. I think he was decent as well. Probably give both of them like a 6.2. Yeah, I'll give them both a 6.2. But the rest of them, man. I don't think Sheshko is technically sound enough to link up with Cunha and Bruno when they start passing slick. I think he is. I think he's still young. I think he can improve in that area. I've seen him operate in tight spaces, Sheshko. I think Sheshko is good enough for that. It's more so of a fact of just, I don't know if it was being away from home and like having that extra pressure on him. Yeah, I don't know what it was with Sheshko today, but he was not as good as he's been, that's for sure. Man. Disappointing though. That's all you can say, really. Disappointed with Sheshko. Let's see what people are saying on Twitter, and then we'll move over there. But those are my player ratings. Let me know in the comments if you guys think that's too harsh for anyone. But yeah, let's move back over here. Okay, so there's been a few quotes after the game. Daesh says, I know you're going to ask me to the interviewer about the first goal. It's not inconclusive. The assistant referee can apparently see 70 yards away. It is tough that they give corners that aren't corners. Again, we were lucky as well to get this draw. We were lucky to get the first goal. People are saying for Lissandro Martinez to come in at left centre-back and then Luke Shaw to play left wing-back. Could arguably agree with that. I don't know if Luke Shaw's got the legs to play left wing-back anymore, but anything's going to be better than Delo. Ahmad on his goal. I don't know if it is goal of the season. We are really disappointed to go home with 1 point. We have confidence now. We believe in the manager and the system. We are trying to do our best. We believe in the manager like he believes in us. I mean, big up Amorim. Big up on Ahmad there, man, because could have easily used that question to just talk about his technique and then obviously say the same old dribble that comes out of these players' mouths saying like, oh yeah, disappointed not to get the win and blah blah blah. But he's literally said like, we believe in the manager about 3 times in one quote. So he knows how the United fans are going to react, and he's pretty much disarming them there by just reiterating, we do believe in the manager. What else? So Sean Dyche is saying these are 2 unjustified decisions that went against us. They're awarding corners that aren't corners. They awarded 1 last week and 1 this week. It's really a bad decision. It changes a lot of things. Amorim, we had 5 minutes where we disconnected and conceded 2 goals. We dropped the energy level, the aggression, and you can feel it. But we scored and tried to win the game. Let's work to win next week. So yeah, Amorim does acknowledge the fact that the players just switched off for 5 minutes, and let's talk about Diogo Dalot in that. I wish Amorim would just call out Diogo Dalot, man. Twitter's having a meltdown. Apparently, Dalot, Cunha, and Amorim had a robust exchange. Good. Was it towards Dalot, or I'd like to see what that exchange was. Let me move over here so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Every game for us is like a final. We wanted to bring this team to the top level. We wanted to win this game, and we are disappointed as a team. If you think that conceding 2 goals in 2 minutes from individual errors has anything to do with the manager, then you need to find a new sport because football is not for you. Amen. Again, Ahmad literally backing up the manager every opportunity he gets. We believe in the manager and the system. We are trying to do our best. We believe in the manager like he believes in us. What else we got here? Man United were second in the league for 30 minutes. It was fun while it lasted. How is Diogo Dalot? I can't play the match stuff, otherwise I'll get copyrighted. Luckhurst posted it. Interesting. Okay, let's look at Luckhurst and what he posted. Okay, let's look at everything Luckhurst posted throughout the game. Over here. Good early chance. Cunha, Amorim, and Dalot had a robust exchange during the recent stoppage. Dalot walked away, but Cunha continued his conflab with Amorim. Gary Neville is barred from the City ground, but he's been chanted about by both sets of supporters. Wow. So United fans chanting about Gary Neville because obviously he's been banned from the ground by the owner, Marinakis. Is it Marinakis? Yeah. But yeah, interesting. Cunha, Amorim, and Dalot had a robust exchange during the recent stoppage. So I can understand like there being an exchange with Dalot. I don't know what Amorim would have been... I don't know what Amorim would have been upset with Cunha about. Amorim having a go at Delo over his positioning, didn't run onto a give and go with Fernandes, and then poorly placed for the ball over the top for Savona. So yeah, looks like it's finally happening. Looks like there may be trouble in paradise with the Portuguese connections going on here. What else has come out, lads? What else has come out? If you guys have seen anything on Twitter that you want me to react to, let me know. Let's see the explore page. What's going on with United? I don't think that a draw is the end of the world here, though. To be fair, we've got Kobe Mainoo's trending with Xerxes. So let's see what's going on over here. Mark Goldbridge. If you're Mainoo and Xerxes, you may as well put a transfer request in if you can't get on in a game like this. Well, I agree with him that like they should probably put in transfer requests because they're not really going to get game time. But when he says like a game like this, I don't really understand what he's saying because, I mean, obviously they're not going to get put on if like Fernandes has got an assist and Casemiro has just scored a goal. Like, why would Amorim put them two on? Ruben Amorim, we need to go to Europe. Imagine for me to have Kobe Mainoo with the minutes that he's playing. He needs more games for me to make a rotation. One game, it's really hard. I have to take out one of the guys that is playing to put in another. And he can't take out bloody Fernandes or Casemiro, can he? How did Mainoo and Xerxes not get any minutes in a game like that? It's so hard to see that like fans don't understand that like we need to win these games. And so to win these games, we need our best players on the pitch. If we have Mainoo and Xerxes, we've seen us drop off considerably with when they're playing. So I don't understand what's hard for people to get their heads around. Zerk was not going to do anything, and who should have come off for Mainoo? Exactly, Nav. Exactly. Then Amorim's also just come out with another quote saying, asked if he could have made more subs, he says, if you put more strikers on, we won't necessarily play better. He's also said, now we know how to overcome the difficult moments. What we have to do is stay in the game. For me, we lost 2 points and we should have done better, says Ruben Amorim. So Amorim's taking this as a loss. I mean, a lot of fans would be happy with the draw. Obviously, those who are hardcore Amorim out are going to be against and say like, yeah, terrible. But I'm quite happy with the draw. To be honest, I think we should have took off Sesko from out. I do agree with that, Suhan. I do agree with that sub. At the end, we were spamming crosses. Sesko was needed. I don't know. It's a hard one with Mount, though, because, to be fair, have we ever seen Mount go into a game that is very 50-50 and him put in a good performance? I feel like Mount is a good player to bring on when you're in cruise control, and then he can work his magic around the box. So I can kind of see why he wouldn't go with Mount, but then on the other hand, Šeško was having a really poor game. I do agree Mount should come on. I honestly don't think Amorim did anything particularly wrong other than start Delo. I think that's the glaring error that he keeps making week in, week out at this point. If he realizes after this game that but he doesn't have to do that, then I think that would be worth the draw in a way. Because he brought on Mazraoui, so I mean, he kind of saw that, like, okay, Mazraoui can play now, like, give him some time. I'm still pissed at the way we conceded those 2 goals. Like, where did the team against Brighton go? The team against Brighton was still there. I mean, Brighton could have scored in the first 15 minutes against us because of Delo, and Nottingham Forest could have scored and did score against us because Delo switched off. It's there, mate. It's there for all to see. Like, we as fans, we always say, like, oh, okay, these players or like these lot or this team needs to. No, it's not a collective thing. It's a individual error. Delo just stares at the ball. Meanwhile, the Nottingham Forest player is being proactive and actually runs behind him. So yeah. Probably gonna make another video on Delo tomorrow. Not gonna lie, it's always Diogo Delo. Like, I'm trying to vary the content, but like every goal we concede seems to be Diogo Delo. It was literally Delo's 2 brain fart moments. Xerxes for Sesko, Mainu for Mbuemo, and Ahmad up for wing. Mainu, he prefers the left-hand side of the pitch first half, and second half, so he wouldn't have liked like right cam anyway where Mbuemo was playing. But then also, he's not a cam, man. He's not a cam. He doesn't have the pace for it. And also Xerxes for Sheshko. Xerxes wouldn't have touched the ball once, mate. He would have literally just stood there. In the second half, they looked lost. Yeah, the only criticism I have of Amorim is that he keeps playing Delo. Don't know how he's a professional footballer. I legit don't understand his position at all. Don't understand whose position, Nav. Don't understand whose position, and then we'll probably call it an evening there, folks. How he's playing left wing back and he never defends. How did he end up as a right centre back for the last goal while his man was crossing the ball and he lost his current man? Well, a part of this system, what I've noticed anyway, is that like a lot of players interchange positions. But in order for, like, let's say all of us are in a team and I'm left wing back and Nav's left centre back. In order for us to actually, like, oh, okay, if one of us is in a better position to cover this area, then you cover here, I'll cover there. In order for us to interchange and move positions, we need to know, like, how to position ourselves in those positions. Like, Cunha gets away with it because he's played across the front line. And Mbuemo gets away with it because he's played across the front line. Sheshko gets away with it because, again, he's played down the wings and stuff like that. Luke Shaw gets away with it because he's played left back, he's played left centre back, he's played left wing back. Delo, he doesn't get away with it, man. Like, he really doesn't get away with it. He cannot imagine, oh, okay, if I'm now playing this position, I need to worry about these areas. I need to worry about, like, a striker playing off my shoulder, or I need to worry about this. Delo doesn't do it. He just completely switches off. He's like, okay, I'm now standing in this area. Maybe in like the wing back positions, all he has to do is stare at forwards and put them off, like attacking the space. But when you're a centre back, you actually need to be proactive. Like, you don't just like cover space. And I don't think Delo, I don't think he's got the footballing intelligence to do that. If the Ahmad shot was not cleared off the line, the conversation would have been different. What conversation, though? Like, I think people still would be looking at Delo. Maybe they would. Maybe obviously the conversation would be different. Like, we'd be raving about Ahmad because he scored 2 goals at that point and saved us. Like, he'd obviously be the main talking point right now, but unfortunately we drew, and we drew because of Delo. So how is he interchanging to the right centre-back admin? That's 3 positions to the right. Because it's like, for example, Luke Shaw sometimes finds himself in midfield. Or like, De Ligt will find himself in midfield. Or all of these areas. Like, when a ball's getting crossed in, like, which goal are you talking about, Nav? Just so I'm clear. Because I may need to rewatch the goal, but it's like when it's congested, the players all kind of interchange. It just isn't, because for the second goal, wasn't Delo like left centre back? He was in that position. Savon goal, was that first or second? That was the second one. So Gibbs White was first, and then second one, Delo was left centre back for that goal, wasn't he? I think he was left centre back. The draw just doesn't feel right, man. It is a missed opportunity. I mean, we're 1-0 up away from home. All we got to do is be smart and not lose our heads, and we lost our heads. He was a right centre back. I need to see. Let me see if I can find a clip of a goal. So I can see if he was a right centre back. Nah, he's left centre back in for Savon's goal. He's on the left-hand side of the pitch. He's left-sided. Left side of the goalpost. Savon goal, he was a right centre back. I'm looking at the clip though, like what? He's literally on the left-hand side of Larman's. Like, I'm seeing Yoro on the right-hand side, I'm seeing De Ligt in the middle, I'm seeing Delo left. I don't know. Maybe I need to see it at a different angle. But yeah, we will probably be doing a video on Delo tomorrow anyway, so fear not, guys. Hopefully, maybe if I can work on that tonight, I can get out tomorrow morning, but just, yeah, missed opportunity. Could be my bad, I don't know, Nav, but I'll check it out from another angle. But either way, he should have realised that if he's playing a different position, he needs to mark a different area of space differently. So one of those. All right, I'm going to bed. Probably going to be dreaming about the goal cleared by Murillo going in. I'm sorry, Suran. I'm sorry. I wish we were raving about Ahmad right now, but yeah, good night, man, and Godspeed. But yeah, folks, we'll just see if any more quotes have come out. If not, we'll call it a stream there and get started on the video for tomorrow. Let's see. Okay, so Amorim's also come out quoted saying Manchester United would have lost this match last season and by several goals. So it's pretty much saying that there has been an improvement, I guess, which I think it's clear to see. What else? Honestly, everyone's waking up to Diogo Dalot now. Everyone's waking up to him. Okay, so this is the direct quote from Ruben Amorim. Bringing on more attackers doesn't necessarily mean you'll play better. Dalot had several opportunities to cross, but he was on his weaker foot, hence the choice of Dorgu. We are fullbacks. Well, I don't know what it means by that. Mazraoui, so we tried to utilise the player's strengths. We have the quality on the bench, but I think if I stop the game too often, it will break something. I think we were gaining momentum in the second half. I didn't want to change the forwards. Ahmad could have done better. Sometimes you just wait for a player who's a bit off his game to change things. He managed to score. Okay. Yeah, either way, mate. Come on. Everyone crashing out on my timeline like we lost the game. Xerxes is a bit like Cunha in playing between the lines. If you look at the game, we needed a guy in the box, and Ben is the best for that. Sometimes it's a question of characteristics, and the players know that. In the past, we had this kind of bad 5 minutes and we suffered 2 goals. We didn't recover. Today is a different feeling. You can sense that we could not win this game, but we are not going to lose. That is true. That is true from Amorim. It did feel like, oh, okay, we are going to, we aren't going to win this game, but it did feel like, oh, okay, we're not going to lose. I did always feel like we'd come back 2-2. Admin, watch Fighting Spirit. I'll see you next time. GG's. Cheers, Nav. Godspeed, man. And yeah, I guess we'll call it an end there. But hope you all have a delightful end to your weekend. Disappointing, but not the worst outcome. Remember that. Remember to direct your hatred towards the correct people. I'm looking at you, Diogo Delo. But yeah, hope you all have a delightful evening. And hopefully get that video out tomorrow. But until then, Godspeed.